She's known to thousands of quilters as Dear Helen. Meet this dynamic designer, columnist, teacher, and author in a behind-the-scenes look at her busy life.
Okay, let's roll tape and go. Stand by.
If you want to see the real Helen Squire at work, take a sneak peek behind the scenes at American Quilter Television.
Go to the second cut and make your echo.
It's here that Helen is in her element, coordinating, advising, managing, and sometimes soothing pre-production nerves.
You'll be fine at that point.
An accomplished quilter, designer, teacher, columnist, editor, and sales and marketing guru, in the quilting world, Helen Squire has truly been there, done that.
I've been attending quilt shows in Paducah, in Nashville, in Houston, out on the West Coast, the East Coast, for, as I say, 32 years. Lincoln, Nebraska was in 1977. It was one of the best quilt shows around, and nobody knew it because we had nothing to compare it to.
Meredith Schrader, president of the American Quilters Society, brought Helen aboard in 1992 to help build AQS into a dynamic and influential organization, and to share her creative advice with other quilters.
Well, how about you keep that as a tight block, and this is a separate joining. So okay.
Helen's mantra to both the novice and the experienced quilter is based on her tried and true quilting philosophy. It's all in the design.
I don't care if you staple it together. If it's a good design, it will look good. I don't really mean that, and I am a perfectionist, but design is really personal taste and your preferences. You also have to consider, is it being quilted by hand or machine, because the design will change. Quilting works on reflection. If you quilt this down, this side goes up. The more you quilt, the flatter it gets. So you have to know what kind of batting you're using, what's involved to best enhance the quilting design you've selected.
Helen has been dispensing good advice to quilters for over 3 decades. Her popular column, Dear Helen, Can You Tell Me?, provided millions of quilters advice and designs, and she continues to today in her column in American Quilter magazine called Helen's Hints. She has written 6 books based on the Dear Helen series of quilting patterns, and 2 companion CD-ROMs were released in response to her national fan base asking for more.
Okay, got the last-minute changes on this.
As technical advisor to American Quilter Television, Helen's attention to detail was put to use in the decision-making process of choosing what each guest would feature in the studio segments.
And really, if you could get in there something about referring to the quilt, that would be her cue to talk about it. It was phone calls, working with them, talking through, what are you going to show that specifically you're known for? What are you offering to the mix of 13 episodes that perhaps somebody else cannot bring to the table?
Okay. Right here, right here.
But there's something in quilting, it's the thread that runs through it here. They're good people, they're warm people, they exchange ideas. That's going to be a plus.
And for over 30 years, Helen's savvy has shaped those ideas into creative tools that raise the bar for quilters everywhere.
Oh! Enthusiasm, perfectionist, impatient. And those are words that have been used to describe me. But they're good words because I am very, very passionate about the subject of quilting.
Stay with us.
Very nice.
Yes! Check.